It's a beautiful day with my cousin Vladimir Louison. I am Dan Day, Vlad. I'm telling you, I'm feeling it today. Yesterday, we're going to get into this later in the show. I had myself a very interesting, relaxing, fun day this morning, Saturday morning. And then this weekend's going to be so fire. You got the Heat, the Knicks. Our bloodlines stop at 3:30 today. I'm all in for the Heat. Vladimir Louison, my cousin.
Orange and blue skies, baby. Orange and blue skies.
So you're not just a Notre Doter who, I love the Knicks because everybody else does. I think I'm from New York. Now, you're from New York. What borough are you from?
Brooklyn.
What borough is that again?
Brooklyn.
I can't hear anything. What in the world's going on with my microphone? Oh, well.
Brooklyn.
There you go. Brooklyn in the house. Actually, if I would be from New York, which I'm not, I would like to be from Brooklyn. I'm not going to lie. I heard it's like hipster and artsy and cool and everything like that. It's right up my alley. And then tomorrow, could it be a sweep? I'm starting to feel the brooms coming out.
We're going to be out there.
Panthers and the Maple Leafs, game 3. We're going to get into my predictions. By the way, I'm on a heater, Vlad.
So am I.
We're on a heater, especially when it comes to the Panthers. We might want to fire up that fake gambling site that we go to sometimes. I'm not going to name it.
Vladbook.com.
Or maybe go to that dude, go talk to Guido down the street, put a little, I spent a little bit of money yesterday. I'm not going to lie.
Guido's got some action, baby.
Dude, my dude Guido is my gambling guy. Yes, I have a dude called Guido that I go to. I just figure it fits. So, wow, what are we doing today? So fired up. You and I have a lot on mind today because it is Heat Knicks. I know you believe in the Knicks. You got to admit it, though. So far through 2 games, the Heat have been the better team. We got to admit that. They just ran out of gas because they have the star power in game 2.
But can I say this? All right. No. You played well in game 2 and you didn't have Jimmy. You won. You lost. We didn't have Julius in game 1. Julius is a factor against you guys. So basically, the series is tied. Everybody's got their guy. Let's see what's going on game 3 today. That's it. They're saying they can't hear you.
What's changed over the past? We had no problems when Donald was here. Now all of a sudden we're doing the exact same stuff, and it's not working.
Hold on, let me see something. Let's see something.
I haven't done anything.
What happens is everybody changes these settings, bro.
They can't do that.
Because I was being told that the other day that fucking they can't see me. And the reason why they can't see me is because the way fucking Solana be angling the camera sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm like talking like this, I'm trying to talk to you. They're like, oh, they couldn't see me. But this was Tobin and Leroy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, really? I was like, I see myself, but they were like, yeah, but they can't see you. So it's like when I'm talking, it's like
people
that.
are texting me like, yeah, I can't hear you.
And I don't understand.
If I take me off silent, it's terrible.
I don't know.
Man, it's always, it bothers the hell out of me. And I know Fig's not going to come and do her job on a Saturday and fix it. So I'm going to text her right now and be like, can you take a look on why we're not working? She's going to say it's on your end, right?
I don't know. I just changed it right now to 3, but I don't know.
It's not going to do anything. I hate to be like that, but it's not going to do anything.
It's not.
But when I take me off the mic, when I take off the mute, it's going to sound like double audio. I listened to it the other day. It's going to sound all echoey and shit, but you can still hear me. It's just, It puts me in a ratty mood, man, that I have to deal with this. Trying to be getting high. We're supposed to be getting high right now.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Why can't they hear you? They could hear me, but they can't hear you.
Do I need to change a setting? Which should I put it on? 1? I think that's what I'm on. I think I'm on 1.
Are you on default microphone?
Should I be on 3?
I don't think you should be on 3.
What should I be on? What do you think?
I thought you're supposed to be on default with the USB live camera audio.
Can you speakers and headphone or just series Intel R display audio?
Oh, shit. All right, we're coming back. Hold on.
Oh, that gives me the goosebumps right there. Woo! It's good time here in South Florida.
105. We're tied at 1. Circle for Higgy. Shot top. Toby scores. Carter for Higgy. Top shelf. And the Panthers win in overtime. The Panthers stun the
What happened? I'm feeling like we're gonna win game 3. It's gonna be a great game. I feel like it's gonna be a tight game. I feel like the Knicks will win by 6. 110-104. No, Lakers are deep. I just that listen, man. I hate the mentality sometimes of teams when they steal one. That's why I give the Heat credit, because even without Jimmy, they fought. Like, they really competed, and they were there down the stretch in that fourth quarter against the Knicks in game 2. But I actually think the Lakers are a deeper team than the Warriors, and I feel like it's all on Anthony Davis. If his big ass puts in the work and actually is aggressive, Lakers win this series in 6. But if it's one game Anthony Davis is the most dominant player, and the next game he's back to being, street clothes, then this series will go long. But I think the Lakers are deeper than the Warriors. The Warriors don't have anybody right now.
Yeah, but they still got Steph Curry though, man, don't they?
Hey, they got Steph. I mean, if we're gonna go superstar for superstar, yeah, both teams have stars. But if you're talking about the team, like the actual team and depth, I think the Lakers are a deeper team than the Warriors. But we'll see. Game 3 is tonight, following the Heat Knicks game 3. You notice how they made sure New York and LA are on the same day. They play on the same day.
Got to do it, man. Smart.
Get the top 2 markets.
Big time. The Carolina Hurricanes took a commanding 2-0 lead in their series against the Devils. Why do I say commanding? Because they have just dominated those 2 games. They won last night 6-1. Now, if the Panthers were to advance past the Maple Leafs, Florida would be playing against said Carolina Hurricanes. That's not the most matchup that I would like to see. Nonetheless, Panthers, they get it on with the Maple Leafs. Game 3 of their series tomorrow at 6:30. Panthers up 2-0 in that series, and you have to agree, have been the better team.
They've been the better team, but this is hockey. And one thing about hockey, you can win on the road. You can easily win on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Take my team, the Rangers. Won the first 2 in Jersey. Jersey won the next 4. Won the next 3. They won those 2 games at Madison Square Garden to tie the series, and then they won in Jersey, and they finished it in 7. But I still think that you got to win game 3. You win game 3, you really put the series is over. But if Toronto wins game 3, they start getting confident. Game 4 is going to be an even tighter affair, and you don't want to go back to. You don't want to listen. You're right, Dan. I don't want to go. I don't want the Panthers to go back to Canada. How about that?
That's smart. Look, just put your foot on their throat and take them down.
I sound like crap now. They saying because I support New York teams. Well, It is what it is. But yeah, I don't think. Listen, you don't need your passport stamped again. Don't need to go to Canada. End it now. Game 3 tomorrow. Game 4 Wednesday.
Foot on the throat and kill them. Kill the Maple Leafs. Don't give them any hope. Don't give them any idea, because if they get that one game, then they start feeling themselves. And tomorrow, 6:30, let's end this series. The Dolphins have invited 2 XFL players, defensive end Freedom Akinmondun and guard Jack Snyder, to their rookie camp. We'll see how that goes. Canes' 2023 transfer class is one of the few 4-star classes in the NCAA. It is ranked 15th overall and features players like Javion Cohen and Francisco Magawa. The program will host other potential transfers this weekend. Speaking of the Canes, their baseball team defeated Presbyterian 13-4. They resume play tonight at 7. Inter Miami midfielder Jean Mota will be out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee injury. The Herons look to continue their winning ways when they host Joseph Martinez's former team, Atlanta United, tonight at 7:30. Can we get the good mojo going again for another game? See, it's like taking a step forward, then taking another step back. We had earlier this year, Gregory, he got injured. We went on a 6-game losing streak. Now we win one against Columbus. Now Gene Mota's out for 4 to 6 games. Vlad, I still love Inter Miami, but I'm hurting right now. More so than Gene Mota and Gregory.
You know what? I was thinking about you this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we started the show about a month and a half, 2 months ago, one of our top stories was a certain legend.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to Miami.
Oh, I thought we already had David Beckham as an owner.
Oh, no.
Somebody else.
No. Now, after somebody's been suspended for a week, the rumors is heavy again. And this time, I think the rumor might be facts now.
Okay.
I really do think Messi might be coming to Inter Miami.
Once again, I'll believe it when I see it.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen, but not this year or anytime soon. That's the only thing.
Well, he's not right. We signed with PSG. I don't think you want to go. I don't know. You want to play with the Saudis. I think Inter Miami might be the move. But they play tonight, right?
Yes, indeed. 7:30, Atlanta United, Dry Pink Stadium.
Oh man, South Florida, another place, another happening event. You got F1. You got Game 3 of both series, Miami and the Knicks today, Florida and Toronto tomorrow, and you have Inter Miami Dry Pink Stadium. What are they on, a 2-game winning streak? Well, 1 game, but we don't count the what was that, Miami Miami CF?
CF,
yeah, Miami CF they beat. Yeah, they're on a little 2-game winning streak. Let's see if they can continue it. I like it. They're gonna go on a winning streak.
I hope so.
And after they win, their odds to win the MLS Cup, not in third favorite. I just don't get it.
You need to refresh that page.
No,
man.
it is refresh. It's moving up and up with every loss. I don't get it. What kind of Mickey Mouse operation MLS is running? That if you lose, your odds of winning the cup goes up. I don't get it.
Man. Okay. Well, kind of having a bad time in my relationship.
Oh, I know. I saw your girl.
I'm hurt.
I saw your girl this week.
4 games in a row.
I saw your girl this week.
Not so good.
Nasty.
Despite Luis Arraez going 3 for 4 yesterday. He's going to win another batting championship, by the way.
All right, I kind of poo-pooed on it when they made the trade and everything on it, but that guy can hit. He can hit.
They beat the Marlins yesterday 4-1. The 2 play again today at 2:20. Of course, they lost 3 in a row to the Braves. The Braves own the Marlins.
That's their boyfriend.
They're really gonna have to rename Lone Depot Park to Truist Park or whatever.
Truist Park South.
We can't keep losing
Dude,
to Atlanta.
They owned them. They beat. Dude, there was a score. The second game of the series, they beat them 14-6.
F1 racing has returned to Miami. The Miami Grand Prix going to take place tomorrow. Of course, the racing and all the preliminary stuff going on all day long, all weekend.
Practice rounds.
Yeah, but tomorrow is the real deal. It's going to be star-studded. It's going to be crazy. Do you think there's been as much hype around it as last year? I feel as though there's been less. Maybe I haven't been paying attention as much, but last year, it was on the tip of everyone's tongue. This year, it's kind of like, oh, Grand Prix is here.
No, this time is
You think it's there?
I think everybody loves it. I think everybody saw the success of last year, and I also think with all the other playoff teams in the market, and because you got to figure, people are going to come to New York. People from New York were going to come down anyway. Now they have 2 reasons to come down, for the race and the game. So yeah, I think you're going to get I think it might have a better turnout this year than last year in its inaugural season. So yeah, I wish I had money. I wish I had F1 money, Dan. I wish I had F1 money, bro. I wish. Mm.
Tonight at 7.
7, okay.
7 o'clock. Well, it says 6:56. I don't know why that. But yeah,
Ah.
7 o'clock though, man. Kentucky Derby. Whoo! Especially put a little jelly on that match. Oh, you watch it. It's so.
Let me ask you a question. If you had a choice, would you go to the F1 race or the Kentucky Derby?
I don't want to preview, keep it a buck too much,
Is that a question?
but I will say that I would go to the Kentucky Derby for sure. Not just because it's somewhere else, because it's in Louisville. Louisville's a great city, by the way, very underrated. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. The Kentucky Derby definitely would be high on my list of things to do as far as especially racing. So, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I've never been to the Kentucky Derby. I have heard it's great. I have been to an F1 race, the one last year, the Miami Grand Prix. So, yeah, I'd rather go to the Kentucky Derby. We'll just leave it at that for right now.
Wow, you like it, huh?
Where we will go though is taking a step into the day spa.
Hold on, I'm not dressed for the day spa yet.
No, you know, sometimes you gotta say. Speaking of spas, we're gonna get into this in a little bit too. About the spa. I had an interesting one yesterday. I don't really know spa etiquette. I found that out yesterday. Just a little precursor. Just a little precursor of what's gonna be happening on the show. Of course, we're gonna run all the way up to the Miami Heat pregame with Alejandro Solana. That's gonna be at 2:15. But right now we are in the day spa. Soak it up. A Miami man now says he identifies as a British man because he loves their culture. Vlad, this identifying is starting to weigh on me a little bit. Like, I can understand you identify as a male, as a female, whatever your sexual preference is. Heck, if you want to identify as a cow, okay. But now we got nationality identifying. Your nationality identifying yourself?
Hey, man, he wants to be a Brit.
Yours?
He wants to be a Brit.
Be proud. You're from Miami. Who knows?
He wants to watch BBC News.
I mean, I can understand loving a culture, but you identify as it?
He identifies as being rude then.
I identify as a lot of things, but I don't identify as another nationality. I don't know. One thing I do know is superstitions in sports, they're real. Vlad, I don't know if you have any.
I do.
I know I've got plenty of them. We're going to discuss that and more next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Yes.
560 Sports WQAM. This is Sports Day. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you are on the YouTube Live or the Twitch page, 560 WQAM. Join us on 560 in South Florida, or you can check us on the Odyssey app around the world. Appreciate everyone listening from all corners of the world.
You know, Vlad, the old saying, it's only crazy if it doesn't work. We all have our sports superstitions. Found a cool one this past week. My friend Dalton Dave and his sister Carol over at 26 Degree Brewing in Pompano Beach. Every single Panthers game they have watched at 26 Degree Brewing, the Panthers have won. They are 6-0 while watching the Panthers this postseason, 26 Degree Brewing. They're not going anywhere. He said they're going to ride this one out. It's amazing. Dalton Dave told me, from now on, 26 Degree Brewing, whenever the Panthers play, he said, and if you watch the game there, and they start doing bad, he has to go watch it somewhere else. And then he can come back in. Once again, this sounds crazy. There's no way, because Dalton Dave and his sister Carol go to 26 Degree Brewing for Panthers games that the Panthers win. But in a way, it does make sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Why would it make sense?
I mean, the facts are facts. 6 games they've watched this postseason. The Panthers have won all 6. When they are not at 26 Degree Brewing in Pompano Beach, Panthers lose. It's got me thinking. What superstitions do you have? I want to have some. Superstitions do you have when it comes to watching your favorite sports team, trying to help them win? I think one of the craziest things I ever did, this is years ago. LSU was in the national championship game against Wichita State, their first national championship game. And I saw that they were doing terrible, so I decided to ride my bike. Came back from a bike ride, and LSU had tied it up. I was like, whoa, look at this. All of a sudden, LSU was doing better when I wasn't watching. So I basically did not watch LSU win their baseball national championship because they did better when I was away from the TV. And I came back and I watched the highlights, replays, and everything like that, which was fine. I didn't watch it live because I had to support my team. I guarantee you, if I watched that game live, LSU would have lost. No, I do other superstitious stuff like if I'm wearing a certain shirt, I'm sitting in a certain spot, my team's doing good, and I'm not changing, I'm not doing that. I don't know, Vlad. Do you have any weird superstitions, or have you done something weird like I did for the LSU?
We talk about this, man.
What have you
I
done?
used to kick my mom out of her own room.
Oh yeah, you used to kick your mom out of her own room.
Yeah. I used to kick my sister out the house. Like any negative vibe, negative energy, you out. I need to watch the game solo, no interruptions. That's it. So I've kicked family members out the house. I've rocked the same shirt. You know, if the shirt's on a winning streak, I'm rocking the same shirt. It's gonna get washed. I'm not gonna rock. I'm not gonna wear it all nasty. I'm gonna wear it. Same underwear. I've done that. I've done the underwear. No. Everybody, whatever you need to put your mind at ease in watching your sport, your team play, and getting them to win, do it. I'm not weirded out by superstitions and all that. I think it's funny. I think it's good, and if it makes you feel better, rock out with it, man. Rock out.
So, yeah, I was there Wednesday for trivia, 26 Degree Brewing, and the bartenders Kelsey and Ed were like, "We love it that the Panthers keep winning because that means the people that have the superstition, like Dolphin, Dave, and Carol, keep coming back."
That's right. That's more business. That's more money.
He doesn't care though. He says Panthers going all the way is worth more than the money you're going to spend or anything like that. And actually, it is pretty legendary. They could go all the way to win the Stanley Cup, and you put the 26 Degree Brewing every single game. And then he ends up winning. That's a better story to tell. You have to admit that. It's just, I sat at home, watched all the playoffs.
No, you'd rather be among other fans and celebrating and having fun. It's a good it's a good atmosphere when you can celebrate with everyone else.
Now, do you ever get crazy and yell and scream and go wild and like, and not so much take it out, although people do take it out on their family members, like their family members get some shrapnel, you're like, oh, God.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Yes, they get shrapnel and they deserve it because you know this is one thing we all do. If we know somebody's upset,
yeah, leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Don't try to see how far you can get them. Even more upset, or the limit you can take them. Because guess what? When it backfires on you and something happens, they'll be like, "I was just playing. Oh my God, why you took it?" No, you took it to the limit that person had to react. So whatever happens to you, you deserved it. You deserve that crap.
Yeah, I'm like that at all times. If I see you guys and I'm going to say bye and I see that you're not having a good day, you're in the middle of something, you know what? I'm not coming in and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, I just wanted to say goodbye. Because you're going to be like,
yeah, man. Like, read the room. Like, read the freaking room.
I know you're not going to be mad at me for not saying goodbye. And if I see you next time, like, you didn't say bye to me last time.
I love Irish goodbyes.
I saw you, yeah. I can be like, look, man, I saw you busy. I didn't want to mess with you. Don't take it personal, stuff like that. Same thing. You see a family member or a friend, enamored with the game, maybe you're a little upset. Let it go. Just let it go. Don't go in there. Don't poke there. Because you're going to get yelled at. But yeah, superstitions, I'm more of a rude type guy. Like, it's okay. If I'm sitting in a certain seat or a certain way and the Heat are happening and the Heat are doing good, I'm going to stay there. I'm just letting that ride. And then, of course, if the Knicks start making you got to move around. You got to do some things. Got to get the groove. Got to feel how the room feels.
I'm going to tell you so. All right, here's a funny story. So this is 94? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this has to be 94. It was 94. And it was Game 7, Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks Pacers. And I'm watching the game in my mother's room, kicked everybody out, sent everybody downstairs. This is the room. This is where we watch the game. Knicks are losing. I'm like, Jesus. I was like, all right, let me switch the channel. Let me put the game on the radio. Let me switch the channel. I started watching The Simpsons. They started coming back. Then I put it back on the game. They started losing again. I'm like, what's going? Is it me? Is it me? Am I the bad influence? Am I the?
Could be you.
The mush, as they called Tobin yesterday, Musha T. Was I the mush? I stopped watching. I stopped watching to the 6 minutes into the fourth quarter when it was tied. Then I started watching again. They ended up winning. But yeah, I'll do things. I would even subject myself to not watching the game.
I've done it.
If they start winning, like I'll do it. Yeah, I'll subject myself doing that as well. Like I will do that.
What is one thing? I mean, there's a lot of people probably would do for your team. What is one thing that's reasonable that, like Meatloaf said, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I think wearing the other team, the opposing team's gear.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
I love my team, but I ain't doing that.
I just lost a friend, my barber. I just dropped him as my barber because he said that he was trying to put lies saying I was representing the Nets. And I was like, what? Like, wait, what are you doing? Like, and he thought this was a joke. And I don't play with my teams. Yeah. So he's no longer my barber. He's no longer a friend.
Like, yeah.
You're dead to me.
Yeah. But that's one thing. Like, I won't do that. I love Heat. I love the Saints. I love the Pelicans. I love the Dolphins. But I'm not wearing you'll wear Jets gear. I'm not wearing Jets gear.
But I don't expect you to wear Jets gear.
Right. But what I'm saying is, even if it's like, oh no, guarantee your team's going to win. Let my team win on their own. Something like. I'm not going to hold another dude's hand. I'm not doing that stuff. But I will do the holding hands. I'm just saying, for some reason. I'm just saying. Obviously, you won't do it. Yeah. I will do a lot of things like go to the 60 room, watch the Panthers games. I will sit in the same seat every time. I'll wear the same clothes, but I'm not wearing the opposing team's uniform or gear or anything like that. Or quote unquote cheering for the other team because I got that mojo and me cheering for the other team would give that mojo. Not doing that. But again, we'll do some other crazy things around here. Speaking of crazy things, the next leg is going to take you around the world and tell you what we like. Your 560 QAM.
items. Visit the store in Davie or check them out online at caneswear.com.
Start your journey at Kendall Toyota. The best cars, always at our best price. Get approved with 0% financing on a new Camry, or choose new Corollas from only $99 per month.
It's Sports Day on 560 WQAM. Thank you so much. If you are listening on 560 WQAM in South Florida, maybe you're on the Odyssey app all around the world. My people in Louisiana, thank you very much. Or if you want to watch the show, we're working on the audio. Sometimes we have some audio issues, sometimes we don't. Let us know how we're doing. You can jump on the YouTube live page, or you can jump on the Twitch page. That is 560 WQAM. Just type that in, and you should be good. So we appreciate that so much. I'm getting text right now from my dude, Seth and Bob, Seth Gelman, saying you sound much better, Dan. So it seems like Vlad and I, we're like technicians, Vlad. That is what I like. You and I, we're family. We may yell at each other. I think some of it got caught on the on the air, but we're like family. We yell at each other, but then we hug it out at the end. So Vlad, I can see you look very happy right now. You know I love you. You know I love you, brother.
It's all good, man.
Sounds great.
It's all good.
Well, we're going to talk to IT and technical issues. Okay, so it looks like the problems are solved. So all's good and well. Now, when the Heat win today, once again,
No.
Vlad and I are going to be at each other's throats. That's just the way it is.
No.
Okay. Let's get to what we like, though. I like this sound and audio going well. I don't like that we had to dance around forever. Kinson, thank you so much, man, for letting us know. We appreciate you. All the listeners that are listening and watching right now. Vernon Porter, trying to fix it up for you. Trying to just shout out our guys right there. Loud127, thanks for hanging with us. Sergey, I think, pieced out on us, but you never know. But Arva Ritchie.
No, he's listening. Sergey's always listening.
Arva Ritchie said shower time. Arva Ritchie, come on back, baby. We got you. He's in the 804. You know, that's Richmond, Virginia. Much appreciated right there. We got your back on that. We thank everybody for jumping in and listening. Like I said, Seth and Bob, my guys up in Broward County. No worries. Appreciate you guys jumping in and letting us know. Let's get to what we liked. Ryan Tannehill, whether you liked him here in South Florida or you didn't like him here in South Florida, he is a Tennessee Titan. And it kind of seems like the Tennessee Titans maybe don't like Ryan Tannehill that much because the past 2 years they have drafted quarterbacks, but not just drafted quarterbacks, Vlad, traded up to draft quarterbacks. Ryan Tannehill recently asked about the whole situation there in Tennessee with him.
You kind of went through this last year, of course, with Malik getting drafted and all these questions too. Does it make this round of all those type questions any easier, in a team drafting a potential future quarterback?
Yeah, we've been down this road before, so it's definitely a little bit of deja vu. But like I said, Mike and Rand make those decisions. My job is to go out and try to win football games.
Yeah, Vlad, Tannehill having the same problems in Tennessee that he had here in Miami. You're good, just not really great. But I'm telling you this, Malik Willis, who they drafted last year from Liberty.
Oh, no, he's gone.
And Will Levis. I'll tell you this, Will Levis, the ceiling is being Ryan Tannehill in his prime. So you're kind of just trading it out right there. So I don't know right there, Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill's like, why can't I catch a break? It seems like, but how about you catch your own break, Ryan Tannehill? Also, you don't have Travis. If you didn't have Travis Henry, man.
Who? You mean Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry. Travis Henry, he ran a long time ago.
Yeah, that was
Derrick Henry.
Former running back of Tennessee.
You didn't have Derrick Henry, man.
Volunteers, I believe.
I mean, you and I could probably play a little bit of quarterback with Derrick Henry running the ball, running the rock.
No, we can't, because you know why? If that was the case, Tennessee would probably been in the AFC title game
We're
or
number one
Super
seed.
Bowl. Yeah, they get the number one seed and everybody wants to play them. Tannehill knows that his days were numbered, man. It's closing time for him, And last season he didn't want to be a mentor or a teacher, and I think that's all.
I don't blame him.
I think that's all quarterbacks. You don't really want to train the guy that's set up to replace you. No.
I hear that. And
it happens all the time.
What you got, Vlad?
I got Mr. MVP.
MVP?
Yeah, not Jim VP,
Nope.
but MVP, which is Joel Embiid. Last night he received his MVP award at home in Philadelphia right before Game 3 started. And every time you win, they present you the MVP award. Usually, that team usually loses.
Yep.
So, but Embiid was thanking everyone, and he thanked his people.
I want us to succeed. For us to usually achieve something, we have to work, twice as hard as everybody else. And I want them to understand that, yeah, we can do it. It's possible.
But Joel, there was been other African and MVPs before.
Hakeem Olajuwon?
Yeah,
But still, I think that is a good sense of pride right there.
Absolute pride. Absolute pride.
Cameroon.
Absolute pride. And but there's been many great African players from the continent of Africa that have come there and done very, very well in the NBA and are Hall of Famers. Dikembe, Hakeem, just to name a few. So it was a great ceremony, and it was great when his son came out. He cried. Unfortunately, James Harden did not want to come out and help him play because James Harden looked like a shell of himself after that Game 1 performance.
Gave it all up in that one game.
He's back to playoff James, and now they're down 2-1. But it was great to see the ceremony right before the game, and Joel thanking the African people, his nation, and it's great to see that.
It really was. It really was. And if you're a young man or woman in Africa and looking on that, it is inspiring and really great stuff. Speaking of great ceremonies, I am not a big Tampa Bay Rays fan, although they are the best team in baseball right now, doing better than my girlfriend, the Marlins. But I do have to admit that the Tampa Bay Rays did something pretty special the other day. Honestly, it's one of the most beautiful things I've seen in sports so far this calendar year, a moment that is just unbelievable for so many unbelievable reasons. Oh, man. Tampa Bay Rays. They were taking on the New York Yankees, too, by the way. So, the house was, quote unquote, packed. And, man, just take it away.
Well, the Rays hosted a very special first guest ahead of today's game between the Rays and the Yankees. The ceremonial first pitch thrown by Helen Kahan, a Holocaust survivor who turned 100 years old today. She is the oldest of 7 children, originally born in Romania. She was able to escape Nazi control and was liberated by the Red Army during the war. Helen, her husband, her children immigrated to the U.S. in 1967. She now calls St. Pete home. What an incredibly strong woman, guys. The Rays also presenting a $10,000 grant to the Florida Holocaust Museum. Helen had her entire family by her side to an NBA, including 14 grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Oh, very nice.
Nothing more you can say about that, but that's just absolutely great. Vlad, what do you have?
All right. So my man got suspended last season.
It happens.
He got suspended for a good time.
It happens.
For a good while.
It happens. We've all done some things.
But he's been back. And he's helped this team that everybody thinks is going to be a threat.
I like him.
A threat in
the
National League. And they might be World Series favorites in the NL West, especially because Dodgers are taking a step back. Well, they faced the Dodgers yesterday.
Yes, sir. Clayton Kershaw.
Fernando Tatis. Yes, Fernando Tatis is that Paul. He's that player. And he let the LA Dodgers know what they've been scared of.
They've been missing.
No, not even missing. What they've been scared of, because that lineup is crazy.
Woo!
Right, you got Machado, you got Bogarts, and then you got Mr. Tatis Jr.
Fernando waiting on Kershaw as Grisham leads. Here's the pitch. Fernando hits a missile in the air, deep to left field. Gonna go. A line drive home run. His second of the night, and the Padres lead it 3-1.
Woo!
Courtesy of Padres Radio Network. Wow.
I love Fernando
Tatis.
Call him a cheater. Go ahead and call him a
all
cheater.
You want, but that
and
team,
see what I say to you.
That team is scary.
I like him.
Soto, Machado, Tatis, Bogarts.
Got some good pitching too. Sneed.
They got Blake. Yeah, they got Snell. They got
Blake Snell. I'm sorry.
What they got? You Darvish?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
on paper, once again, on paper, a very good
They look
team.
very strong on
We'll
paper.
see how it works
but,
out. Like, also, nobody gets suspended anymore. Like Fernando Tatis.
hey, he did 80 games. He's good.
80 games. That's when you straight up know you did something wrong right there. Not like 10 games. No. You sit your ass
Not
down for the half
15 or
season.
20. It was like 80.
Half season of baseball. Whoo, man. So, Vlad, yeah, you know me. I'm modest. I don't like to toot my horn too much. I don't like to go toot all too much, but I'm on a heater. Get this.
No, you nailed it.
2 for 2.
You nailed it.
You're a goal-achieving go-getter. You made your schedule. You called the shots.
That right there. Not what I thought it was. Okay, here we go.
4, 3, overtime. Panthers win. Sorry, Boston. We're taking you guys out.
And that right now brings us to our final predictions. Trevor, tonight, Cats, Leafs. I need a prediction and a score.
Give me 5-3.
Wrong.
I'm going to say this will go down to the wire. It's going to be 4-3. And I'd see the Panthers getting the empty netter goal by Montour again.
4-3 or 5-3?
5-3.
Oh, you're going to say it's 4-3 and the 5-3 is the net.
The Leafs need to pull their goalie. That's why.
Telling you, man. There's a song by the infamous Mobb Deep called Halfway Crooks.
That's a great song.
Scared to death, scared to look. He shook because there ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Maple Leafs are halfway crooks. They got lucky past Tampa Bay Lightning. They're not going to get lucky. They're scared to death. They're scared to look. They're shook. They're halfway crooks. The Panthers are the real deal. Plain playoff hockey. Verhaeghe, give me a goal. Kachuk, give me a goal. Duclair, give me a goal. Give me a 3-2 victory for the Panthers. 3-2 victory. What did the Panthers win last game? 3-2. Game 7. 4-3 overtime. 2 for 2 on predictions. And you know, Vlad, it is true. Scared to death, scared to look.
They shook.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Infamous Mobb Deep. I'm telling you, the Maple Leafs.
Rest in peace to Prodigy, man.
Oh, Prodigy, man. Yeah, man. R.I.P. But scared to death, scared to look. They're shook.
Sunday shook.
Hopefully they're shook tomorrow. We're talking all this noise. They win tomorrow. They're right back in the series. We'll make our predictions for that tomorrow because we're going to be on from noon to 4 tomorrow. You will catch us, of course, on Sports Day. So 2 for 2 in my last 2 predictions for the Panthers. I understand. I'm not going to be too braggadocious. It's a lot easier to predict a hockey or a soccer score than a football score or even a basketball score because I understand there's a lot more variables.
But hold on.
A lot more variables.
No. But we nailed it.
We have nailed it.
We have nailed it.
When you nail it, Vlad. What else can I say?
We said they were going to win Game 7. I thought they were going to win 4-2. You called it. You said they were going to win 4-3 in overtime.
But you actually called the way the game was going to go.
Actually, they called the way the game.
You can go look at it. We have it up on our YouTube page, 560 WQAM. It's perfect Panther prediction. You called how the game would play out.
Yeah, I said Panthers would start off early, take a lead, have to withstand a Bruins storm, and then they would win it at the end. But I think the Bruins storm would be like they scored 3 in a row and take a 3-2 lead, and Florida had to score a goal with under 1 minute left in the third and then win it in overtime. And if you want to take my score from 4-2, well, we can move it to Game 1 against the Maple Leafs.
Man, when you're on, dude.
When
That's
you're
all I
on,
can
you're
say.
on.
Well, Vlad, you got one more thing you're on right now with what you like.
All right. So I said this yesterday because, I love my Jets.
Oh, yes.
And I love Sauce Gardner.
And Aaron Rodgers is now Knick fan number 1 all of a sudden.
Aaron Rodgers is the man of the town.
I don't know how you feel about that.
He's the man of the town. He's the man of the town.
But I'm just saying, never gone to a Knicks game in his life. All of a sudden,
he's been in Knicks
he's at
games.
every game, front row,
He probably
representing.
He probably went to the games when he's in Milwaukee, but he's been in Knicks games. But who cares? I love it. I love it. Man of the town.
That's your guy.
Yeah. Indoctrinate yourself into the city.
That is true.
Well, anyway, apparently in New York, there is a special room, special entrance for celebrities that they get to hang out, get great food, some upscale, some high quality cocktails. And so Jessica Alba was on the Rich Eisen show and spoke about her meeting Sauce Gardner and Aaron Rodgers. And if you'd seen the social media exchange, they asked Sauce that, because Rogers Sauce went to the game, and obviously Rogers got ears on Sauce, so he kept on asking him, "Do you know who this celebrity is? Who this athlete is?" And apparently Sauce didn't know, and he didn't even realize he was sitting next to the goddess that is Jessica Alba. And yeah, I love Jessica.
Oh, come on, everybody. Every guy does. Every woman hates her, but go ahead.
So he didn't know who he was, but they had a nice little Twitter exchange. And I know Jessica's married, but I'm like, look at Aaron throwing passes to his receivers and cornerbacks. Like, come on, man, that's a good wingman. Aaron Rodgers showed me right there, he'd be a great wingman. Anyway, Jessica Alba spoke to her about her encounter with Sauce Gardner, and even though she's married, she was smitten. She was very smitten.
I got to meet a few movie stars. I got to meet Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Tracy Morgan. I met quite a few people, but when we were getting seated, he was just picking on me a little bit for being young. You know, like we was getting seated, and he was like, "Oh, we're about to sit by what's her name? We're about to sit by Jessica Alba."
What's her name?
Like, oh.
How do you not know?
You know
her
what I
name?
mean? I'm like, yeah, I don't know who that is, and he just looked at me. He looked at me like I'm crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was just great, just being able to sit over there, and I got to meet her. You know, it was great vibes. But that whole night, he'd just keep asking me out of nowhere. He's like, "Do you know who that person is?" And I'm like, "Bro, that's Amari Stoudemire. I know who that is." Like, now you just picking on me at this point.
No, he wasn't picking on you. You're a youngster. You're a youngster. If you get a chance, not to promote other shows, but Jessica Alba was on the Rich Eisen show. She talked about that whole encounter and how, you know, she was impressed about with his swag and his jewelry. She was like, you know, it's like, because her husband's name is Cash, so she knows about guys with weird names. And Sauce is like, damn, his parents must have really thought he was something. It's like, no, that's just his nickname, but he wears his nickname proud, and it was fun. Now I hope Jessica Alba is going to be at some Jets games this year, and look at all the positivity and greatness that Aaron Rodgers is already delivering for the Jets, and we haven't even taken a snap yet.
That is what I know you would really like. I do like how also Sauce Gardner says, "I didn't know who she was." It was great sitting next to her, though. Anytime you get to sit next to a bad one, whether you know her name or not, it's a good day. She's an all-time bad one too, by the way. All-time bad.
What?
Women, I know women hate Jessica Alba. Watch. Ask any woman. If there's any women listening, you can text in 305-567-0560. You can jump on the YouTube, the Twitch, and tell me how much you hate Jessica Alba. But most guys.
She's a 1%er.
Oh, yeah. I remember when she was on Dark Angel, throw it back to Fox days. I was like, this woman is
Only reason to watch for the 4?
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
That was it.
Sauce Gardner now, best friends with Jessica Alba. There you go.
Nice.
That's what we like. Up
That's
next,
sauce.
we got you, Vlad. We got a second hour taking it to 2:15. We're going to get you some headlines. We're going to talk about the interesting day I had yesterday. And then, of course, we're going to keep it a buck here on 560 WQAM.
Text WQAM
560 Sports WQAM. This is Sports Day. We are going to lead you up to the Heat, the Knicks, Game 3. This is that big rubber match because, like Vlad was saying earlier today on Sports Day, Game 1, no Julius Randle for the Knicks. Game 2, no Jimmy Butler for the Heat. Hopefully, all those questions can be answered by those guys playing. I know Jimmy Butler is still questionable, but expected to play.
Stop.
Julius Randle,
Come
questionable,
on,
still expected to play.
I'm ridiculous.
This is the game right here. This is the game right here. It is boot up or shut up time. If you are the Heat and if you are the Knicks, take that 2-1 lead. You can prove that maybe you're the better team, maybe you're not. I think the Heat have outplayed the Knicks for the most part in this series, but for the most part, it's close. I like how the other day, and we actually do have this audio somewhere on here, Eric Spoelstra, or maybe I covered over it, was saying, you almost with these gladiators fighting, and he kind of caught himself as he was saying it, need an extra day. You'd like an extra day to help. It's like, what are we doing? We're returning to the NFL all of a sudden when we only play 1 week, once a week? I mean, come on, these guys need to play. So they've had enough time off. And you know what? That's the breaks right there.
This is what Spo said.
Look, you got to absolutely
watch him
if
catch
you're
himself.
a basketball aficionado, you got to love this series. You have great competition, guys going after it, leaving nothing to chance. Both teams probably could use an extra day just to gear up for the gladiator battle that's about to ensue on Saturday.
First of all,
he kind of petered off after he said that. You could tell he was like, really, am I asking for another day?
No, I mean, look, you probably do want an extra day.
I mean, take a whole
We didn't want an
2
extra
weeks.
day in South Florida.
2 weeks. Take 2 weeks, coach.
No.
Get healthy.
But
Come on, man.
I'm not going to lie to you. Those 3 days were long. Like, those 3 days. They should have played last night, man. They should have been a game last night. This is ridiculous. What they've done, just what the TV networks have done.
I know, and I mean it's nobody's fault, but Spo.
It's the TV network's fault.
It's the TV network's fault, but Spo kind of caught himself like, you almost want an extra day. Like, we're playing the NFL schedule now. Every Sunday we want to play. Like, I'd be fine with that. Give me a lot more time off, but come on, man. It feels like it's been an eternity since the Heat and the Knicks played that game too. Now, it is cool because both teams are a little reeling, a little hurt. It gives them an extra.
Yeah, no
game.
excuses now. From game 3 to the end of the series, there should be no excuses. Whoever wins, you will know. The better team will win.
Spo wants game 4 of this series to be played on September 19th.
Come on, man.
Let the guys rest up. Take some time. I love you, Spo, but come on, bro. Come on.
That extra day, you didn't want to hear that, huh?
I've been waiting for game 3. It feels like it's like Christmas. Goodness gracious. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to relive game 3 and some of the other great games that have happened over the past week in the sports world as we set it to music in a montage.
Yeah, very shortly.
Vlad, you're the man. I know you got this. No Jessica Alba, though.
No, Jessica Alba.
We can't even have Shelly back right now, man. I mean,
dude, I saw Shelly the other day.
She was here.
Yeah, she was here. She said hi to the guys. She said hi to the listeners. And
she's moving to Austin, Texas, too.
Yeah.
So I guess that's another thing. If you watch the inaugural episode of Sports Day, there's a third member of the team, Shelly, but she's moving to Austin, Texas, so she's getting a lot of live music, barbecue, and hippie culture when she's out there.
Well, you know what?
I'll take a road trip.
Before she goes, we got to put her in a montage.
Oh.
Playoff action in the Garden in May. Second to none.
Friends with the monster, the son of my bed.
As we get set for the drop of the puck, Panthers in white, Bruins in black. We're off and running.
You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath.
Heat rocking the old school road black. New York, home white.
I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy.
Just underway, one away, top of the first. Strike 3, pause. Soler caught looking.
Welcome inside Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto for Game 1 of the second round best of 7 series between the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Hit the lottery, ooh wee, but with what I gave up to get was bittersweet. It was like winning a used
Miami 2-0-6, 6 goals scored, which is down at the bottom of the table. 9 goals allowed, which is comfortably mid-table, and in fact, yet to score away from home, but a very respectable 5 goals allowed. They have kept things close, but Thomas, they have not been able to score.
Welcome inside Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto for Game 2 of this second round best of 7 series. The Florida Panthers lead the series 1 game to none over the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, that's not fair.
Out comes Schulte. Doesn't get there in time. It's Campana putting his big head in the way for his second of the match. Delayed, not denied. Columbus 1, Inter Miami 2.
Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinal between New York and Miami belongs to the Heat. 108-101 the final.
Children, but if one kid out of 100 million who are going through a struggle feels it and relates, that's
So the Panthers, a Game 1 winner here at Scotiabank Arena. 4-2 your final here tonight.
Still skin in a haystack. Maybe I need a straight jacket.
Is it enough for the penalty? The referee says no! And Inter Miami holds on. Miami holds on. Columbus 1, Inter Miami 2.
Trying to save me, stop holding your breath.
Game 2 here in Toronto. 3-2 the final score. And the Panthers take a 2-0 lead in this second round series.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ball game. Cubs win. Matt Mervis, major league debut. He comes up with a knock and an RBI. The Cubs victorious. Justin Steele sensational. It's a final 111-105. We're tied at 1.
Circle for Hagee, shot top shelf, he scores! Carter for Hagee, top shelf, and the Panthers win in overtime! The Panthers stun the Bruins in Boston, and the Panthers are moving on to round 2!
Scared to death, scared to look. Vlad, what are the Maple Leafs? They're shook. You know why? Finish out why they're
Because there's no such thing as halfway quick.
Quiet storm. A lot of people don't know that. It's called the quiet storm. And then you got Prodigy sitting there like he's all gunshot up in a warehouse, like, in the video.
The P-Rock 40-inch cables. I'm drinking white label. My chain hangs down on my
That's
my
that New York
piece bag
rap.
glass tables.
That's that New York rap.
Yeah, that was great. I love that video. And then the remix with Little Kim.
Oh, yeah. 305-567-0560,
But-
the number to text in. Cabbage Roll Paulie's checked in.
But
He
that
says,
was Shook Ones we were singing. Shook Ones is the one we were singing. Quiet Storm is I put my lifetime in between.
Oh, really?
the lines. Yeah, this is Shook One.
oh, Shook One. That's right. I like
that's,
Quiet
from-
Storm.
that's the beat. That's the beat that was used in the in Eminem, the 8 Mile movie.
Right. Look at me not being a hip hop head. Who would have thunk it? Actually, I did my time in the hip hop game, but that's for another story, another
No,
time.
I'm here to correct. You
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you're more of a hip hop head than I.
I am. So then there's gonna be a lot of probably hip hop heads that's gonna
Don't
be
be
out here.
modest.
There's gonna be a lot of hip hop heads. There's gonna be a lot of celebrities down here in South Florida. This is the month. It's the month of May, wherein a lot of things are going on, a lot of events. And the biggest event this afternoon is Game 3.
That's it.
At the K Center, Miami Heat versus the New York Knicks. The rivalry continues. I love it.
Cabbage Roll Paulie inviting us to go to the NBA and NHL finals to watch those games with the Panthers and the Heat in dive bars. So definitely down for that. We've got a lot going on in the sports world. Let's run through the headlines real quick so we can get you up to date on everything that is happening in this world. Heat Knicks, they resume their rivalry today at 3:30. Series tied at 1. Preheat with Alejandro Solana. Then you got Tommy Tighe, Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert, then Tommy Tighe and Alejandro Solana on the postgame. That's all going to start at 2:15. We're going to lead you up to that. Also tonight at 8:30, you want to get some good basketball in your life? Warriors, Lakers. That series is tied at 1. I remember game 1. The Lakers, they won, but man, they played their guys, bro. They did not do a lot of substitutions in there, but that D'Angelo Russell, ballin', Anthony Davis, ballin', LeBron James.
Whoa. Inconsistent Anthony Davis. One game he balled.
I was
the
saying
next
game 1.
Oh, okay.
Game
okay.
1. Ballin'.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those series where, like, it could go either way. The Warriors have that, lineage, but the Lakers,
Listen, both the league wants it to go 7. It's gonna go 7.
Of course. Also last night in the NBA, Devin Booker, Bad Bunny's favorite basketball player, he scored 47 to help the Suns get past the Nuggets. Denver leads that series 2-1. Jason Tatum, he dropped 27 to lead the Celtics past the 76ers. Boston up 2-1
Why
in
you
that
say
series.
Bad Bunny's Devin Booker's favorite player?
I thought it was.
No, that's not. Why you say Devin Booker's Bad Bunny's favorite player? Like, he's not. He's not.
Devin Booker says to Bad Bunny about Kendall Jenner, how you like my seconds, huh? It's pretty good seconds, though. I'll give credit to that. Carolina Hurricanes took a commanding 2-0 lead in their series against the Devils, winning 6-1 last night. I say commanding because they won game 1, 5-1 last night, 6-1. Doesn't seem to be much hope for the Devils in that series. If it weren't for the Rangers just totally falling apart, Devils would definitely not be there. It doesn't look like the Carolina Hurricanes going to fall apart, which is kind of scary because I do expect the Panthers to beat the shook ones, the Toronto Maple Leafs, in this series. That means they're going to be taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. And our history against the Hurricanes, not so good. Not so good.
No.
And other people say, well, the Hurricanes have a bad history in the playoffs. Well, most teams do have bad histories in the playoffs because there's only one champion.
Who cares? Just get to the next round.
Let's just win Sunday.
Win Sunday.
6:30, FLA Live Arena.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You win 3-0, you go out 3-0, donezo. 2-1, I got a little bit of, but I'm still thinking.
Let me tell you this. If there's one sport you can come back from 3-0 lead, it's hockey.
Good part. My dude Seth says if there's anyone who knows how to handle hurricanes, it's South Florida.
Not from Carolina.
The Dolphins invited 2 XFL players, defensive end Freedom Akinmondun and guard Jack Schneider, to their rookie camp.
Jack Schneider.
Okay. See how that goes. Canes 2023 transfer class is one of the few 4-star classes in NCAA. It is ranked 15th overall. They got some good players also coming in this weekend that could potentially transfer to the team. So let's load it up. Saw what Deion Sanders has done in Colorado. Something like 60 transfers.
Hey man, Deion's gonna make sure he got his team, his players on his team.
You, know, you can't blame them because they were piss poor last year.
Well, that's Colorado, but you have listen. Deion's gonna bring a lot. He's gonna bring his guys from Jackson State, and he's gonna bring a lot of top recruits who want to play under prime time, who want to play under the Coach Prime. They know that Deion.
I want to play for Coach Prime.
You play in Colorado. You're playing in the Pac-12. You're gonna be televised.
And you know, the other reason an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old guy might want to transfer to Colorado.
Oh, yeah, they want to burn it up.
Yeah, they want to legally, recreationally burn it up or eat
but
it
no,
up.
Prime's going to be like, you get caught with that sticky icky, boy. You out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Prime's going to. I don't think
he ain't that type of guy?
I don't think he's going to want those boys doing it.
Okay.
During the season. Now, if they do it outside of his parameters and everything like that, they good. I must pull a Leroy over here. I must headbutt myself with the microphone. But I don't know. I don't know. But he's doing a lot. He's put a lot of focus on that Colorado Buffalo program. Colorado hasn't been in the limelight like this since probably
20 years.
No, more than that.
Well, they went to
30 years,
they went to a Big 12 championship game. I can remember.
Was it like
against
Cordell?
Texas,
like Cordell threw that Hail Mary to Michael Westbrook
it's been a
or
while.
Eric Bieniemy and yeah, it's been a long time. So
Tough times for the
them.
old Buffaloes.
Tough times. Hard times, daddy.
The Hurricanes baseball team defeated Presbyterian yesterday 13-4. They resume play today at 7.
Did they pray?
I'm sorry. You know, I don't know.
They prayed and played?
Probably had a little moment of silence right there. Taking a little step out of ACC play this weekend, though, taking on Presbyterian. Interesting. Inter Miami midfielder Gene Mota will be out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee injury. Herons look to continue their winning ways, though, because they defeated Columbus last Saturday as they host Joseph Martinez's former team, Atlanta United, tonight at 7:30. Book it. Oh, we got Keep It a Buck coming up in just a little bit. So I'm going to save my Keep It a Buck for this Joseph Martinez take that I was about to give you. But I do have to give you a take. Me and my girl, we're not doing so good lately.
I saw your girl this week.
But some parts of our life are okay.
I saw your girl this week.
Some parts of some things we do are good.
The Luis Oraz part is all right. But everything else, nasty work.
Luis Reyes goes 3 for 4 yesterday. But overall, it's a bad day for me and my lady.
Your lady is nasty right now.
Cubs beat the Marlins 4-1. That is their 4th loss in a row.
Your girl's down in the dumps right now.
Maybe today will be a good day because you get the Marlins and the Cubs at 2:20.
No.
Man, I'm on the rocks, bro.
No. This nasty right now. Sandy looked bad on Tuesday.
He's not looked that great this year.
He hasn't looked great.
And I know a lot of people like, you got to play. No. Let's not make excuses.
No excuses.
No excuses when he was winning all those games, striking everybody out last year.
Your man Soler hit a home run. I'm thinking, okay.
He also got some strikeouts going too.
Was getting struck out.
That man. His strike zone is roughly the size of an 18-wheeler, it seems like.
Jazz wasn't playing with any rhythm. It's bad times right now for your girl.
I know. We're on the rocks, man.
Marley's not looking good. Dang. Marley's not looking good.
F1 racing has returned to Miami. The Miami Grand Prix going to take place tomorrow. It is not a cheap event. It is a star-studded event. It is an event. We're going to keep that going for a little bit.
Nothing but A-listers out there, bro.
It's true. Kentucky Derby favorite Forte has been scratched due to a bruised foot. The race will be run tonight at 7.
Who's the new favorite?
I do not have the new favorite on me. I will be putting some jelly down in just a little bit because that's what me and my dudes, Giuseppe and Nathan, do for all the horse races. So it's going to be exciting. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
With that being said, let's go ahead and take a step into the day spa. Speaking of relationships, during a flight, a man helped a mother calm her crying baby down, only to return to his seat to find his wife fuming at him for not paying her attention.
Well, one's a bigger baby than the
I
other.
was going to say, you stop one baby from crying, then another baby starts
Well,
crying.
Yeah, that's a baby he's known for the longest time.
You know, I like to say I'm the
Just
type
give
of
her a
guy.
pacifier.
I'm the one of the types to be like, you know what, you're being irrational. Forget you. It's just not that easy sometimes to tell your wife or your old lady, you know, like you're being irrational.
Nah, man. You know what? Hold on, Dan.
On a
I gotta
plane?
give that guy. I gotta give that guy props.
I love him.
No, that guy deserves a medal. I'm gonna tell you why. Remember the other day, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We talked about that gentleman in the airline who was upset at the baby crying.
Yeah, and he started cussing and screaming.
Started cussing and screaming. We laughed, but you know, it's a baby. You just got to suck it up, right? Well, this gentleman did the opposite. He actually went and aided the mom with the crying baby and got the baby to cry. So not only did he stopped crying, and which was very nice. What a nice gesture.
I'd appreciate that.
Helped everybody else. He helped everybody else. You know,
but himself.
You know, that couple in row 32B was probably happy.
You know what?
That couple in row 5 in row 5, very happy.
Vlad, I agree with you. You know what? If I ever see that situation, I'm gonna go to the woman and say, you know what? You're being irrational. Your husband did a very good thing.
Your man just did
You're
a great
lucky.
thing.
You're lucky to have a man like that.
Hero. You know how many ladies right there would probably like, dang, that's a real man right there.
That is a real man right there.
And their wifey gonna come on.
I'd step in for my guy. I'd say, you know what? Your man's all right. He's doing all right. You're being irrational. You need to calm yourself.
Yeah, nah, you wildin'.
No disrespect.
You know what?
Your woman needs to calm down. Calm yourself.
You know what? If she really acted up, I'd have asked the flight attendant.
Move seats.
Yes.
Can I move seats?
Yes.
You want to play that game?
Yes.
You want to be like that? You don't want to talk to me? You're angry at me? I'll move. I'll save you some time.
That's crazy talk.
Speaking of crazy, I had kind of crazy day yesterday, Vlad. It's going to tie into sports, but it's kind of like stepping into the day spa. We're going to enjoy, we're going to relax, and we're going to do it next here on Sports Day, 560 WQAM.
Listening to
Back on Sports Day 560 WQAM. I am Dan Day along with my cousin, Vlad Louison. Getting you ready for the Heat game at 2:15. Alejandro Solana going to have preheat for you. Tommy Ty going to have the pregame. And then you got Jason Jackson and Amy Audibert on the call. I would call her Audibert because she's from Canada, but she's not French Canadian. She's English Canadian or British Canadian. So it's Audibert. Audibert, not Audibert. Audibert. You know the difference. Vlad, you and I both have French heritage, you know. Nonetheless, you know. Then a post game going to be with Alejandro Solana and Tommy Tig. I wanted to ask you something, Vlad. Yesterday I had an interesting day. I've been working a lot. I decided, I do the day spa all the time, not just on this show Sports Day, but at day at night during the week. And everybody loves the day spa. I love stepping into the day spa, but I haven't really ever been to a spa. Never been to the spa, never pampered myself, except one time I was surfing in Costa Rica. All the guys that were dudes were like, man, we got to go get some massages so our bodies are healed up so we can surf some more. So it wasn't very fun, wasn't very great for me. But yesterday I decided, treat yourself. I did a spa day over at the Carolyn Hotel Spa in North Beach, right by my place. Just walked there. It was absolutely great. So I went in.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't really know spa etiquette. So I literally showed up in the clothes I'm wearing now, like khaki pants, Chuck Taylors, long sleeve t-shirt, wearing boxers, wearing drawers. And I was like, oh, whatever. Like, we'll be cool. It'll be fine. So I'll walk in there and they're showing me around and I'm realizing maybe I should have worn a bathing suit. Maybe, I should have, brought a change of clothes. There could have been a lot of other things. Nonetheless. Okay, so I figure, I can take showers, whatever. I'll figure this out. I go to take a hot stone massage.
Oh, nice. They put the stones on you, huh?
They put the stones on me. They rub the stones on you. So I go in there and I say, first things first, I'm very ticklish. Like, I'm going to be laughing. And she's like, oh, you'll be fine. It's not going to be a big deal. She walks out of the room and says, take your time, get yourself ready for the massage. I still can't figure out if this is etiquette or not. I had my boxers on and I figured, am I supposed to get naked or do I keep my boxers on? Do you know the etiquette of that?
I'm keeping my boxers on.
Okay. Maybe I'm a perv. I got naked.
You went full Monty?
There's a towel. There's a towel on me. I was underneath the blankets. I thought maybe you were supposed to go naked.
You went raw, huh?
She probably thinks I'm a perv, dude. So then, so she walks in and obviously sees me naked.
Did she say
She did not say anything, much to her, professionalism. I did tell her I'd never really gotten a massage, so at least I did preface it.
Oh, you were being honest.
Now she starts working on my back and everything like that, and I am very ticklish, so I start giggling and laughing and everything. So now I'm a naked man, face down,
Giggling
laughing
like a
when
little
a woman
kid.
touched me. And they asked me too when I walked in, do you have a preference for guy or girl? Very quickly, I said, girl. I do not want some man hands all over me. It's gonna freak me out. I'm sorry, call me not progressive enough. I'm paying for this massage. I want it to be a woman.
I mean, it's not nothing wrong. I mean, they asked you for your choice. You preferred a woman to.
And once again, I'm going to ask you, Vlad, do you have a preference when it comes to getting a massage?
Yeah, a woman.
Of course. I think everybody wants a woman.
I mean, no, not
Some guys
everybody.
like guys, okay.
Some men want a man to get under the rough spot.
So I'm naked,
Pause.
getting hot rock massage. I'm giggling. She even said it. She goes, of all my years, I've never worked on someone that's as ticklish as you. And I was like, oh, great. So, I don't know what I'm doing. She finishes up, and I don't know how long I'm supposed to sit there. She's like, take your time. Don't get up. You might get dizzy.
Wow, you might get. Okay. Was it really relaxing?
Yeah, it was. It was good. She did a great job.
Did she get all the right areas?
She said
that
she
were knotted up?
She wishes she could get in more, but I was so ticklish. And she goes, do you live with constant pain? Because it seems like when I try to work out the lactic acid in your back, you start giggling and laughing. And I was like, and I also said, give me the hottest stones you got. And she's like, your body could go into shock if I do that. If you don't know what you're doing. I was like, okay, well, I'll trust you. I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck at the spa.
So wait, the stones are like the wing challenge? Like
I have no clue. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm naked. I'm not supposed to be naked.
Is it like like you could go up in stones to make it to the
yeah,
stone?
you can do hotter stones. But she took it easy on me, I guess. So
how did you feel? Like, did you need a minute? Did you need a cigarette?
That's what I felt. I was all gooey and, my body was all. So I figured, she said, take your time, sit down. When you're ready, let me know. Do you have a preference for hot water or cold water afterwards? I said, yeah, I'll take some cold water. I don't know how long I'm supposed to sit there. So I'm kind of enjoying the feeling. Then finally, I'm like, okay, I probably should get up. So as I'm getting dressed, I get a knock on the door. is everything okay in there? Obviously, I'm taking too long. So like, oh crap. I'm like, yeah, I'll put my shirt on. I'll be out in a minute. She's like, you're okay, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you need to hydrate and maybe do some more self-care with your own body because kind of tensed and tightened up. I was like, thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. So then I go back.
She's giving you, she's dropping jewels, man. She's letting you know what you do to take care of yourself so that you're not in this type of
Yeah, so I need to
predicament again. Like you're not feeling like this again.
I need a tennis ball and need to go online to YouTube, like we are live on YouTube, and watch some exercises and massages I can do with a tennis ball.
So
on
then
myself.
after you got dressed, what happened?
See, now that's where it gets interesting.
Oh
I'm
my
on the
God.
men's side of the spa, and there's a sauna, there's an ice room, there's a steam room, there's this rainforest shower.
Oh, nice.
But remember, I don't have
Life
swim
kit.
trunks.
Oh, you came ill prepared. Do they sell shorts? They don't sell trunks?
No.
That's bad by the
But
spot.
thank God there's no other men. I had the run of the place. So me going through the sauna and the steam room and the heat room butt naked, I was totally fine. Except the workers there kind of looked at me a little strange.
You walked through the sauna naked?
I sat naked. So you're saying I did a bad job?
What is wrong with you?
Did I do a bad job yesterday?
Absolutely.
There's nobody there though, at least.
You think?
So you're not supposed to be naked at spas and massages. Am I correct now?
No.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be invited back to the good
Unless
people
it's
at
a
Carolyn.
naked, unless it's one of those spas that are, that allow nude.
We'll get to my naked retreat. That's coming up in June. So just mark your calendar.
We're not getting into it.
Oh, we're not getting into
You're talking about it. Don't put we. There's no yes or French we in this. No, there's no we. You're going to a naked retreat.
I did a bad job. I might not be allowed. I want to go back too.
You're
You
gonna do
know,
a naked retreat. Are you gonna do it's like naked and afraid? Are you gonna be like that?
it's going to be that. Yeah. I'm guessing the moderator of this naked retreat, it's going to be a lot of Zoom calls, but there's going to be some face to face.
I don't want no Zoom calls zooming on any Zoom.
Naked retreat at Wiki Wacky. I call it Wiki Wacky, but it's like Watchy Wacky in Florida. I'm sure the texters all know this. So, okay, Vlad, I really want to go back to the Carolyn though, because it's walking distance from where I live. So I don't have to drive. I don't have to valet. It's relaxing. They were obviously very professional, even though I was very much not professional, running around naked the whole time. Sure, nobody wanted to see that. So yeah, I did a bad job, but I did want to ask you, Vlad, is there anything, and I know that, spas kind of for guys, like, come on, you got to be tough and don't do that. I was that type of guy forever. I enjoyed it very much. And I know that's kind of a stigma and it's maybe not fair, but is there anything that you do that's perceived as not manly that you enjoy doing, even if it's quote unquote perceived unmanly?
No,
nothing.
I do everything that's manly.
You don't drink smeared off ice every once in a while?
No.
I'll drink a smeared off ice. I'll go get a mango-rita from Jensen's liquor store right now.
You know who put me on the Smirnoff Ice? You won't even believe who put me onto Smirnoff.
Probably somebody here at the radio station.
No,
Leroy.
No.
Okay. I just think it's manly.
It is somebody manly. But it wasn't. It was weird.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
No.
Okay, I was just guessing.
Tyson Beckford.
Okay.
The supermodel.
Okay.
Mr. Polo.
Hey, man, look. Nothing wrong. Look, I'll tell you.
He's like, hey, this is what we're drinking here.
If you go to Jensen's liquor store right now, Manny's probably working, Don Julio, you can go, Manny, what does Dan Day usually get? He'll tell you, Mango Rita and Crazy Stallion beer. That's all, man. And then that's Mango Rita, whatever. It's 8%. It tastes good. I like it.
All right, but I'll tell you this.
So I drink Mango Ritas. I ain't scared.
No.
Is there anything that you don't do anything that's not manly, Vlad?
No, everything I do is manly.
You don't watch Sex in the City.
Did I watch Sex in the City?
You don't watch Grey's Anatomy, or did you not
time
watch
out,
Grey's
time out,
Anatomy?
time out. No, I never watched Grey's Anatomy. I did watch Sex in the City, but watching TV shows I don't consider a manly or unmanly thing. I don't consider that. But I will tell you this: I am in the process of getting a pedicure.
Okay.
I am in the process. Of letting
your feet did.
Get my feet done.
I've had my fingers done once, a manicure once. And
you got a mani?
It was with a woman.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
And if people don't know, I paint my pinky nails, and I've done it for 100 years, and that's a different story, different time. But I guess me painting my nails, me going to the spa, me drinking Mango Ritas, you're getting your feet did.
I'm gonna get my feet done.
No shame in that.
I don't think there's anything. No,
I'm not doing it. It's just because I don't like people. I'm ticklish already, so it's kind of
no. Listen. I get what you're saying because I'm very ticklish myself. So I understand when somebody's giving you a massage that sometimes they might hit an area and then you start moving around because you think it's funny. I would, what I would do next time? Get some AirPods, man. Do something. Maybe could you fall asleep? Did they tell you could sleep, or you had to be conscious while they were rubbing you down.
No, you can fall asleep. You can do
Oh,
that.
all
I was
right.
just really holding on because Channing Crowder told me when he gets a massage, he farts all over the place because he lets go of everything. I was trying not to
But
fart.
that's just Channing.
I know.
Okay?
I'm just trying not to
That's just
fart.
Channing. He's gonna let it out anywhere he can.
So you can maybe text in 305-567-0560. Join us on the Twitch page or the YouTube live page, 560 WQAM. What's something that's perceived as unmanly that you do? And you know what? You ain't got no shame. You're going to keep doing it. I've already said it, Vlad. I'm telling you. Spa Day, great. Cost me some bills, but great. I did it wrong. Still great. Mango Ritas from Jensen's Liquor Store right around the corner over there on North Miami
Come
and
on, man.
79th. And what was the other thing that I do that's not very manly? I don't know. I do a lot of, paint my fingernails, but that's different.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Vlad says he's getting his feet did.
I'm gonna get my feet done.
Be a man. Step up. Tell us what you do. There's no shame in it. Like I'm trying to think. Is there any sport that you could possibly watch that's not manly?
Well, all right. Let's change it. We can't say that it's not manly.
It's perceived as not manly.
Perceived not manly or perceived, but whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat, do it.
I'm secure in my manhood. Like I don't mind. I've seen Grey's Anatomy. I've watched Sex and the
Hey,
City.
wait a minute. I don't think there's anything wrong with those type of shows.
Okay, I'm just saying, but it's perceived as kind of a
I
girl
might lose
show.
my hood pass. I watch the OC.
How about we do that? Yeah. Well, have you done anything that
I definitely
you have to
watch
trade in your hood pass?
Oh, definitely.
The OC?
The OC.
I just didn't get into it. I didn't like the show.
I like Marissa.
I mean, I like the women, but I didn't like the show.
And I love Summer Sanders, bro.
I do.
And I met her.
Oh.
In LA. And I can't believe I almost fanned out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm being honest.
That's also something perceived as unmanly is to fanboy. Do you fanboyed apparently?
I almost because she was right next to me, like literally right next to me. I'm not even paying attention, and you looked at and I just turned to my left and I'm like, oh wow. And like you see the person and she's beautiful, like really beautiful in person. And all of a sudden you start striking up a conversation with the person. And she, Rachel Wilson, I can't say nothing much. She was really nice. So whatever perception you had of said celebrity, when you meet them and you actually get a chance to talk to them, and then you realize that they're just really nice and they're just a regular person, then it enhances what you watch and why
it makes it that much better.
It made it much better. But yeah,
Vlad, you and I
would lose I think I would lose my hood pass.
You and I have been through this industry. We've lived in California, Southern Florida. We've seen all the stars, and like you said, you get every once in a while starstruck. The only time I really fanboyed out, Zoe Kravitz. Whoo!
Oh yeah,
my goodness, what a beautiful woman, man. So, what's something that you do that maybe isn't perceived as manly, but you don't mind it anyway? Our guy Sergey, true to form, put in, I watched this show.
Yeah,
Well
I would
played.
have to give him that. That's pretty funny.
Keep It a Buck is next here on Sports Day, 560 WQAM.
Guns N' Roses fans, we want to send you
Back on Sports Day, 560 WQAM on the YouTube live page, the Twitch page. Just search 560 WQAM. You can also listen to us on the Odyssey app. It is a sensation sweeping the nation. It is a segment we call Keep It a Buck, where Vlad and I keep it real. We just keep it a buck. I'll keep it a buck. I did not do very good etiquette-wise yesterday at the spa. Did not need to get naked. Did not need to stay naked. Did not know that was not okay. We've actually got some texts in of people saying some of the things they are seen as unmanly that they do, that, you know what, you got to do what you got to do. One guy or girl, well, I'm guessing it's a guy. I sit when I pee. Okay, you do you. I'm not going to be judging you there. No.
Yeah, that's a tough one there, buddy.
I personally don't, but hey, another guy says, I got a facial for the first time yesterday. Didn't feel right, but it was nice.
Nice. Good for him.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to look your best, man. Look, every once in a while, I'll be joking around, hanging out with a lady. She'll be like, oh, let me, put some cream or something under your eyes. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, okay, it's funny. It's cute to do this. But I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, damn, okay. And then one person says they finger their butt, but I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's
Wait, what?
I think that's a joke. I don't know. That's a total joke. Let's keep it a buck though right now, Vlad. We're going to say some of the things that we want to keep a buck. And, you can react 305-567-0560. Of course, you can jump into the comments section on the Twitter and the YouTube live. I'm going to keep it a buck right now. This weekend, the Miami Grand Prix number 2 happening here in South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium. I was there last year. Star-studded, fun, cool event. Do not need to go back this year. It's enough. Not the greatest viewing experience in the world.
Wait, why? Because there was you were credentialed last season, right?
You only see, as far as the race is concerned, now seeing Baboni, Paris Hilton, Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis running around, that's cool.
They're in a certain area.
Yeah, you're in that area, though, when you have media credentials.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's cool. That's awesome. When it comes to the race, you're literally seeing zoom, 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 zoom. You can't see the whole. You can't see the whole track.
Dan,
you just see
not
one little
the
small
race.
section.
Dan, you're not really watching the race, Dan. You're networking. Okay. It's an experience. It's like what can I compare it to?
I know. Well, no, that's the cool part of the race. As far as viewing the actual race,
you're not going to view the race. You're not going to. Yeah.
I'll even tell you this. The bigwigs, the people that are quote unquote huge F1 race fans, you know what they did when the race, they saw the beginning of the race, they went back into the media area and watched it on TV because they said it's easier, it's funner to watch it that way.
And they don't have the distraction. They actually really want to study the race while everybody's, trying to close billion dollar deals and, take photos with A-list celebrities.
Yeah. So
these guys really want to watch the race.
But,
I get it.
Vlad, I'm just keeping it a buck. As far as viewing the race,
I don't think it's
great experience.
I heard it's a great people watching.
It is,
people staring experience. It's an event, it's almost like it's like Memorial Day weekend for the hood, and for the hood, But
I'm not getting into that.
But it's rich people.
Yeah.
So it's like Memorial Day weekend for the rich people.
So Vlad, keep it a buck. What you got?
Keep it a buck. I was upset with Sauce Gardner, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
That hurt,
dude. That's Jessica Alba.
You got to keep up with the bad ones, man.
Oh my God. No, Sergey, I wasn't gonna go. Sergey, by the way, I love our listeners and our watchers and our Twitchers, and
he's been on you today, brother.
Yeah, he's been on me for the whole time. He said he had tickets for me for the game today, right? Which I didn't believe him. He wanted me to go meet him back door at Tootsie's. No. I'm not meeting you anywhere.
Sounds like my type of life right there.
No, I'm not. But keep it in a buck. Come on, Sauce. You got to know who Honey is, man.
Yeah, that's Honey. That's Honey.
Like Honey. And then his explanation. I knew who she was, but I never Googled to find out her name. When you're bad like that, you know their name out the gate. You know their name immediately. It's Jessica Alba, bro.
That's not just a woman. That's a woman. That's a whoa, man.
He was next to her.
He did admit that she was pretty bad without saying it. He was like, but it was really good sitting next to her, even though I didn't know who she was. Don't blame you. Oh, you got to do better, Sauce. But he's still young. He's a rookie. He's a puppy.
Come on.
He's going to learn.
But it's still Jessica Alba.
He's got the tutelage of Aaron Rodgers now. I know you're happy about that.
You know who would have known it was Jessica Alba?
Me.
Zach Wilson.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. He likes those. When I say older women, older than him women. Let's just leave it at that. Let's keep it a buck right here. I'm telling you, Vlad, not only are the Heat going to win today, they're going to win this series because they're the better team.
I'm going to keep it a buck. No, they're not.
Okay. I'm also going to do this. Keep it at a buck. Panthers, they're going to win this series. I can't tell you exactly yet how it's going to play out. They're going to win this series. Also keeping it a buck. When the Heat and the Panthers get into the Eastern Conference Finals, all bets are off.
Panthers may get to the Eastern Conference Finals in hockey. The Heat might be watching.
Is that a buck?
Yeah, I'm keeping that.
In your heart of hearts, you believe that?
What, the Panthers will be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
And that the Heat won't?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute. In my heart. Do you know who the Heat are facing? That's my childhood team right there. Right?
I can be honest and say my childhood teams and my teams sometimes don't stack up.
What? I'll never.
You'll never be what?
I don't care if it's the Patriots. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's Jesus Christ and the 12 apostles. Okay. If it's them against my team, I'm always rooting and supporting and thinking my team can win.
Okay, so you're thinking your team can win.
Of course.
Okay. When my team sucks, I'll be mad. They suck, man. Saints weren't that good this year.
Well, if they're good, when you think they're good, you're always going to think they can win.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So you're saying the Knicks are good?
Yes.
I'm saying they're a good team.
Of course they're good. They give you more. Listen, from the way Spo and the players are talking, they feel this is more of a series than the Milwaukee series.
I do believe that. Yes, that's keeping
and
it a buck.
And that's only in 2 games.
You saw keeping it a buck. They fired Mike Budenholzer.
By the way, let's keep it a buck. I'm so happy.
He deserves it.
They listen to us.
And
they finally listen to us.
And you know what? I don't think there's a Bucks fan out there that's like, no, oh, come on. He got a raw deal.
No, he got to listen. He
held
should
that
have been
team back.
fired in 2021. Okay. He should have been fired when they won the NBA title. That was some of the worst coaching in NBA Finals history that I saw. And Giannis put.
If it weren't for that run, he's been terrible.
Giannis and Chris Middleton put on a run, but mostly Giannis, especially that 50 burger he dropped in Game 6 and the block. But Budenholzer's been a terrible coach to me. Like,
yeah, he's terrible.
Terrible. Fam, he got fired with timeouts in his pocket. That's what. How do you hold timeouts at the end of the game? Like, he looked befuddled. It was like Spo was just beating the crap out of him, just out coaching him.
I mean, as a Heat fan, I wish they would have kept him because they win in spite of him. That's truly winning in spite of him. But I do want to keep it a buck when it comes to coaches, though.
No, I think we're both going to keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck.
Go ahead.
Paul Maurice.
The
jury's in.
No, he's good. But before we get to Paul Maurice, last part about keeping a buck on these NBA coaches, let's keep it a buck. NBA coaches are like college football coaches right now. 3 of the last 4 head coaches that have won titles have been fired.
Yeah, Coach O, LSU.
Vogel, Nurse, and now Budenholzer.
Yep.
That's that's not looking good.
What have you done for me lately? That's the rule of not just today, but it seems like every day. But let's do this, man. I'm telling you right now, keeping it a buck. Paul Maurice, you got me. We called you out. We said, the jury's about to go deliberate. You better make it happen. They make a playoff run. They get into the playoffs. Jury's about to deliberate. You better show us we've been building towards something all year.
They deliberated.
We've deliberated. Paul Maurice, congratulations.
Dude.
You've shown me. You win.
Dude.
You're innocent or guilty, however you want me to decide. You got me, Paul Maurice. You did your job. You were right. I was doubting. Thank you.
Cousin, have you seen his post-game interviews?
He's got some swag, dude.
They are the calmest, intense interviews that I've ever heard in my life. Like, I think we could have been seeing Paul Maurice in one of those documentaries about like guys who've got bodies upon bodies upon bodies. It's a calm, calculated, intense in these interviews. It's like he's saying all the right things, but then there's a certain intensity in every word that he says. It's like, oh, whoa, okay, this guy. Yeah, he means it.
And by the way, the best challenge coach in the NHL doesn't lose challenges. Challenges are like there was a play 3 seconds ago and another play 15 seconds ago, and they're both illegal. That's going to take away the goal for the opposing team. And he doesn't even flinch. He says, "We challenge it. We're going to win it." You can see his voice. We're challenging it. We're going to win it, and they win it every time. Paul Maurice, the jury is in.
Nah. He's good, bro.
You're good. You're good with me. For right now, you are. This year, good. You're
Don't lose this 2-game lead, though.
Make this jury go back and deliberate.
We will appeal.
We hold the rights to go back into the juror's booth, back into the back room, and reevaluate the situation.
Game 3 is the most important game.
You
And
win.
I know it's crazy to say that, but game 3, you win game 3, you definitely it's literally over.
The Maple Leafs are throwing
But you
everything
lose
at
to
you.
1, you give them a sense of hope, even more sense of hope.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I also believe, coming back from the break, we're going to get you ready for the Heat Knicks game 3. I
Let's
like the
go.
Heat. He likes the Knicks. This is Sports Day on 560 WQAM.
News from AM.
It's getting close. Heat, Knicks, game tres, as we say here in South Florida.
Trois.
As we say in French. Trois.
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 Match trois.
Match trois. It's about to happen. A lot of people are saying, Vlad, the Heat aren't at full strength. Stop saying that. We prefaced this earlier in the show. We're not saying full strength as far as roster-wise, but full strength as far as players' availability. We're expecting Jimmy Butler to play.
And I don't want to hear none of that. Y'all weren't saying that when y'all beat Milwaukee in 5, so stop that. Y'all beat Milwaukee without all those heroes. So without Tyler Hero and with Oladipo out. So
I do want to ask you a really important question, Vlad. Did Gabe Vincent's 3 towards the end of game 2, did that graze the rim?
No. That was a bad call.
Okay.
Absolutely bad call. That 3 hit the rim and I think Gabe Vincent got the rebound, scored the layup that would have cut the lead to 1.
Was it Kyle Lowry 3? I was actually listening to Jason Jackson on the radio, so I was kind of trying to drive and everything like that, but it grazes the rim. It looks like it grazes the rim. Can't challenge it because it's not a quote unquote call. Although I think
I'm
you should be able
sick of these. You know what?
Why can't you challenge everything?
Why can't you know? Well, they did. No.
We
Why
talked
can't they
about
go
this.
back to the NFL? Like, why can't they do the NFL?
We
You have
talked
a
about this.
challenge.
If you want to challenge whether the water boy has enough water for you, you should be able to waste that
You should
challenge
have
if you
2
choose.
challenges, and if you hit both of them, you can
Now,
get
granted-
an extra challenge.
Granted, if there were unlimited challenges, no, you can't challenge everything because that's the whole game. They're going
No,
to challenge
that would be-
everything.
right,
But you give the NBA 1 challenge or 2 challenges, like you said, I don't think it's going to slow the game down that much. Why don't you give a chance to challenge everything? Everything should be challengeable. And it shouldn't just be you have to specifically say what it is. It should be you challenge the entire play. That could be your detriment. That could be to your improvement. It doesn't matter. That would have been one of those things where let's get it right. And I think you as a Knicks fan want
you always want. It's not even as a Knicks fan. As
As
a
a
sports
fan, let's
you
get it
want
right.
it right because when you're watching competition, you want it to be balanced. You want it to be fair, and you want it to be competitive. So you don't want somebody having a competitive advantage, even if it does help out your team.
We got a lot of Knicks and Heat fans. They are driving to the arena right now. Apparently, there's a really bad accident on one of the interstates that's really backing people up. So if you're stuck in that, hang with us. We got you. We got Preet coming up in a little bit. Alejandro Solana, got Tommy Tighe, Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert on the call. And, of course, you also have Alejandro Solana and and Tommy Tighe. They're going to be on the post game. Vlad, what are you expecting today? I know you're a Knicks fan. I know you think the Knicks are going to win, but what are you expecting? Kind of break down what you're expecting from this game in particular.
I expect a great crowd because it's going to be split, probably down the middle. 50% New Yorkers,
Wow.
50% Miami. Yeah, we show out, man.
I mean, you know what? It's kind of like my Marlins relationship. I just keep believing in these Heat fans. Like, no, it's going to be like 70% Heat fans. They're going to represent.
Nah.
You know I'm wrong, right?
You're absolutely wrong. This is a 6th borough. All right, this is six boroughs,
man,
Miami.
come on, Heat fans.
But I expect a good game, man. I expect Miami to come and out the gate. Jimmy's probably going to show that there's nothing wrong with his ankles.
They've yet to say anything about Jimmy. They said at 2:15 we'll know for sure. So we'll let you know as soon as we find out.
We'll let you know right before we get off the air. But
Maybe not right before, but
I expect Jimmy to play well. I expect for them to get Bam involved. I expect Bam to have a better game than he did in game 2, where he felt game 2 loss was on him. So I expect him to be more aggressive. And I expect my Knicks to have to withstand a couple of strong Heat run. They will withstand it. And we probably have a close game going to 4th quarter. And I just want to see what the Heat will do now that Julius is back. Do you put Jimmy Butler on Julius? Because that was the matchup a lot during the regular season. And if you do, who do you have on Jalen Brunson? I know you guys are very impressed with Caleb Martin, and I am too. I have to admit, Caleb Martin's opened my eyes in this playoffs. But I believe that Jalen Brunson is a handful.
Yeah, he is absolutely that. I'll give you credit for that.
And who do you put on RJ Barrett? If I notice something, the Knicks are attacking Gabe Vincent. They don't be on the defensive end. They don't think he can guard anybody, whether it's Brunson or RJ Barrett. So I need to see if RJ Barrett, who's been having unbelievable start to the game, can he continue that and also score in the second half? And I want to see if the most important thing to me in this series is for the Knicks to win is Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah, he's got to play better.
Quickly has not shown up at all in this playoff, and Kyle Lowry has. except for game 2. That's the key matchup to me. If Kyle Lowry is a factor, scores 15 to 17 points, and is outplaying Emmanuel quickly, the Miami Heat will beat the New York Knicks. I think that's the matchup. It's quickly versus Lowry off the bench.
I think that's it. Devil's in the details right there. You expect Jimmy to beat Jimmy. You're going to get some scoring from hopefully Bam. The Knicks, you've got Emmanuel quickly that you need, to score, but you're going to get Julius Randle. You're going to get Jalen Brunson. What second tier? When I say second tier, not your star players are going to step up. And you know what? This is what I expect from this game. We've seen this play twice already. Expect it to be a hard-fought battle. There's going to be some runs. Game 3 going to be a lot like game 1 and game 2. It's going to be intense. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be grinded out East Coast basketball. You're busy doing stuff, no worries. Tune in the fourth quarter. It's going to come down to who has enough gas in the tank at the very end. That's what it's come down to pretty much in the past 2 games. The Heat are going to make their run. The Knicks are going to make their run. I know in game 1, when the Heat finally made their run, got the game tied, I was like, there's no way that the Heat are going to lose this game. Last game, I thought the Heat were going to win, and then they just ran out of gas. So this game, once again, I'm thinking it's going to come down to who's going to make that last push, who's going to make that last run and have enough gas in the tank to hold off the other team.
3 days off, Dan.
I know. Spo wanted an extra day too.
No, so
it's your week.
Now that from today till the end of the series, it's gonna be every other day if it goes to full 7.
So we go Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I believe those 3 days off, there's gonna be certain guys that will go over 40 minutes if need be.
Right now, you throw everything out the window. You rotation, everything. You got to get your guys playing. You need Jimmy on the court. Hopefully Jimmy plays tonight. You need Julius Randle on the court. Hopefully Julius Randle plays tonight. I'll be honest.
No, Randle's playing.
Even as a Heat fan, I don't want any of this I hate this because people will diminish a win, even though injuries are part of the game, even though bad calls are part of the game. That's why as a Heat fan, I'm not saying, oh, that ball grazed the rim. It should have been. That happens in a game. I got told this a long time ago by my coach growing up, Bo Champagne, and basketball. He's like, I was complaining about the refs after a game one time. And he goes, if you take care of business, the refs don't mean anything. And that's true. None of this crying. Go out there and win the game. That's what I'm telling the Heat. That's probably not what I'm telling the Knicks because I want the Heat to win. But go out there and win the game. No excuses. Bad calls, people getting hurt, bad fouls. That all happens in a game. When you win, you dismiss it. When you lose, you talk about it. How about this? Go out there and win the game. Then you don't have to talk about anything. I'm expecting Jimmy Butler to play. I expected Jimmy Butler to play last game, but he did not. So we'll see. We're going to find out in just a couple of minutes. Look, Julius Randle is going to be Julius Randle. It's going to make everything look hard, but he's going to get it done.
Oh, he's
nothing looks easy for that poor guy. Not poor guy, but
oh man, this guy makes every shot look difficult.
He makes everything look hard.
But
he's done it his whole career, though.
He has. That's his go-to move. It's that in and out pump fake fade away.
He's got an awkward game. I will give him
very
credit.
awkward. But it's a bully game and it's a physical game, and they're allowing the physicality in the playoffs a lot. So it probably works out to him. And that's the thing. If he another key, Bam. Bam is the key for everything.
I think Bam's hurt, to be honest with you.
You think Bam's hurt?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's why he hasn't showed up so much in the playoffs, because
I thought that game 5 against Milwaukee in that fourth quarter and overtime, he was proving something to me. He was taking Lopez to the mid-range and hitting the jumper in the paint right by the free throw line, and it was working because they were trying to double Jimmy, and it showed. I was like, okay, Bam, you're showing something here. Game 2, they look, as a Knicks fan, I have to say this: the Heat. You would have expected this to be a double-digit win for the Knicks, and it wasn't. It was a tight game down the stretch to the end. And thank God we had Jalen Brunson and we had Julius. Yeah, I can understand if Heat fans say if they had Jimmy, but it's the same way Knicks fans could say if they had Julius in game 1.
Right.
You know, you had a 5-point lead going to half, and then Miami went crazy in the third quarter and won. Second half, fourth quarter, the Knicks went crazy and they won. Now we got everybody back. We should have everybody back.
This
should be word on Jimmy.
And when we say everybody, we're saying everybody that's available.
Everybody that was available to start the series.
Yeah, don't jump on us and say Tyler's out.
Yeah,
and Oladipo.
Everybody that was available to start the series. Everybody that was playing their respective game 5s in Milwaukee or in Cleveland.
Eligible roster players, basically.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's should be ready to go.
So no excuses. Let's go. Let's throw it down over
Series,
there at the
there's
Kaseya
no
Center.
excuses
Let's
now.
go. Let's go. Let mano y mano. Let's see who's the better team. I'll tell you, in game 2, I thought the Heat outplayed the Knicks, but what happened was no Jimmy at the end of the game. That's what happened. You guys had a little more gas in the tank, and in the playoffs, this is very important, a little more star power. We lacked that. Big plays, big play Jimmy was not there to give you that bucket that you needed. Big play Jalen Brunson was. That was the difference to me.
I can say the same thing for game 1.
Yeah,
we didn't have Julius Randle.
You start looking around.
All-star. You start, okay.
Where's our guy? Where's our guy? Oh,
Brunson was struggling. RJ was struggling. Well, where's our guy? But I don't want to do that. It's 1-1. Game 3.
It's a new series, as they say.
The series has moved. The series has begun. It began after game 1 when Miami took home court. We need a split, or we definitely need to get one to get back home court. It's fun. This is great.
This is what it's all about, man. This is old school East Coast playoff basketball. It's getting each other's grill. Let's play. It's going to be tight. It's going to be intense. Let the best man win. That's the way it is. And it's exciting. That's fun. You're going to be on the edge of your seat.
3:30 Saturday afternoon in the Magic City in South Florida. Beautiful weather. Beautiful sports weekend. Another eventful sports weekend in South Florida. No better way to kick it off than watching two old rivals go at it.
Do you feel as though Gabe Vincent has it in the tank to do it another game? That's one of those things.
Gabe Vincent's improved. He's impressed me also. Gabe Vincent has major Spalding. Well, Wilson's not.
He'll just shoot, man. He's going to keep shooting. But, you know,
he has crazy confidence.
They say the biggest difference between superstars and players is that superstars get up to that level every single game. They say as a player, sometimes you just don't have it. You got to worry. Gabe Vincent's really shown out. If maybe, you know, there's no gas left in the tank, and I'm using this analogy a lot for lack of a better term, I'm hoping Gabe can keep it going, maybe get some Max Strus threes. The Strus juice could be flowing. You get some good play like that. Of course, Kyle Lowry, if Kyle Lowry scores 15, 17 points, as a Heat fan, you have to feel good.
If he does that, Emmanuel quickly better match him, because that's a key matchup, bro. That's really a key matchup.
And another interesting thing is, how hurt is Jimmy? Is Jimmy going to be Jimmy? And we just assume that Jimmy's going to play, number one, and number two, that he's going to be playoff Jimmy.
Put some tussin on it.
What if he doesn't play? Okay. What if he does play, but he is hurt and he's not playoff Jimmy? Then, as a Heat fan, you have to start looking around like, okay. That's one of those variables that you have to take into account, because like I said, we just expect Jimmy to play, and we expect Jimmy to be playoff Jimmy. That's just an expectation that we have. But what if he doesn't? Are other guys going to step up like they did last time? Like Caleb Martin, who's been having very good series, a big game last game. He was huge out there. He's not going to be eating as much as he did last game if Jimmy plays, of course. That's what they were all saying. Like, oh, well, now Caleb Martin could score you 18 points every game. Like, no.
He's been impressive as well.
He's been great. But what I'm saying is he had 18 points because Jimmy wasn't in there. He got to eat a little more. He's not going to be eating as much. Now, if he gives you 18 points, then yeah. And a lot of people say, well, we need a good bench play. Well, you need a lot of good stuff to win a playoff game, much less a playoff series. So a lot of good stuff. Got to look at Kyle Lowry. If he can keep scoring, Gabe Vincent, you need quality like you've been getting from him. Max Strus, let's get it going. Bam Adebayo, I think he's hurt, but you don't know. Maybe he can have himself a big game. Jimmy Butler, you have to rely on him being playoff Jimmy. And a lot of people ask me, well, you can't rely on that for a whole playoff series. He did that all last playoffs, all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7. Jimmy being Jimmy, he can do that if he is healthy.
So, all right. So 29 minutes ago, they had Jimmy Butler remains questionable to play in today's game 3 versus the Knicks. But Udonis Haslem has been ruled out with a stomach illness.
Oh, that was one of my other keys. UD has to give us some quality
leadership.
Yeah,
quality leadership.
I wasn't going to finish that statement.
Quality leadership.
So I'll tell you this.
There's still no answer, no report has come out about Jimmy.
So we're still waiting on Jimmy. As of course, we are expecting him to play. We're expecting him to be playoff Jimmy. Wouldn't expect anything else. I would be shocked if they come out and say, no, can't give it a go. He tried, but nope, nothing from Jimmy. He was shopping around New York City, not wearing a boot. Had a lot of people questioning how hurt he was, and maybe they were just protecting him. He hadn't played in a week. It's been basically a week.
No. He played Sunday. Is that what? No, 6 days? 6 days?
That's a week. That's a week.
But he was working out. He was working out the other day. There was video. I'm filling in for Marcos, who's on paternity leave.
Congratulations. He and his old lady had their baby last night.
They did?
Yes, that's what I heard, because I was going to call him for something. They're like, you might want to leave him alone. They had their baby last night. So
I didn't know.
I think Evie Unleashed had her baby on the air yesterday on our sister station, Power 96.
Oh, that's why she left early.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, you know
to
what?
both,
That's a
man.
woman right there.
Congratulations.
You
to
run
them
in there,
both.
you're like, oh man, she was having cramps and contractions. She said, you know what? I gotta get this morning show going. Oh, I can't do it. I gotta go. That's a woman right there. That's like Cajun and Haitian woman right there. Working, feeding their kids, taking their kids to school, halfway giving birth at the same time. Oh, I guess I'll get to the hospital. It's crowning. The baby's crowning. I guess I'll get to the hospital.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
let's
So I
move-
feel in it, Tobin Leroy, and Tobin had video of Jimmy Butler doing his late night practice training where he was putting up shots and he was taking deep threes. I'm talking about like logo threes and just hitting nothing but net. So I think he's gonna be playing tonight.
That's one of those things, and I've said it before, and I'm not trying to be a tough guy or question anybody's health, but you give it a go. As a fan, that's what you want to see. Even as a player, I think you want to go out there and see if you can do it. Now, Jimmy may be healthy enough to play the whole game, but even if he's not, go out there. 3 minutes in, you wave to the coach. No, I'm sorry, I'm hurting the team. But at least you give it a go. Hopefully, don't injure yourself any further. But you know how far you can push your body. Kind of like the massage I got yesterday. The lady said, "I'm not going to do anything your body, doesn't let me do. I'm not going to push you any further than you need to be pushed." I always feel as though you go out there, you give it a go. There's no shame in 2 minutes in saying, "I'm out. I'm out. I can't do this." But then again, there's no shame that if your body is a little too messed up, you know your own body. I think Jimmy's going to play. We'll see, man. I want to see Jimmy and Julius go at it. Jalen Brunson, go at it. Kyle Lowry, score us some points. Show us that leadership. Kevin Love has been one of those wild cards in there. It has to kill you right there as a Knick. You've seen Kevin Love kind of wake up from his regular season slumber and look like the wily vet that we expected from him.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. You know he was in a regular season
slumber. He was slumbering, man.
And in all of it, he's showing leadership.
He's shown leadership, and he's shown that he could play. So
still, I mean, those outlet passes in game one were great. He has a quarter maybe in him in every game where he just shows you that, this was the former 20 and 10 guy. This is the guy who was the third piece in the Cavaliers run to the finals and eventually winning 2016. Look, man, the guys that were being ripped a lot during the regular season for the Miami Heat have shown up and played very well during the postseason. And the Heat right now they're probably the only team that is showing that them and the Warriors are showing that they can, put it on in any level. They could put it on in any time. They could turn it up they could turn it up a level. And it's interesting right now. 1-1 game 3. Let's see what's up.
All right, before we get to our predictions and kick it to Alejandro Solana for preheat, I do want to say Kevin Love got his outlet passing skills from the great Wes Unseld. His old man played with him, and
yes,
Wes
it's like the oldest story known to man.
Taught Kevin Love the old overhead outlet pass. So that's just a little tidbit right there. Real quick, Vlad, prediction. I need a score and a winner.
110-104 Knicks.
110-104 Knicks. I'm going to go with the Heat. I believe in this Heat. 109-103. The Heat make a good run in the third
6
and the
points,
fourth.
huh?
They'll be losing at halftime. The Heat will be losing at halftime. They're going to make a run in the second. 109-103 Heat final. Alejandro Solana is next with preheat. Vlad, you and I are back tomorrow, all 4 hours, noon to 4, YouTube Live, Twitch page, Odyssey app, 560 WQAM. Later, slug.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota